little informal procedure, so she's in bed and recovering. So nothing major. Uh, so, um, so a couple of things. One, I want everybody that's on any kind of social media to find the church page and to share this, because we are on social media. We're on our Facebook page live, and I wanted to stream this, so I want you to share it with other couples, and then to share it on your page, and let's see how many people we can get to tune in on a Monday. Talk about couples. Uh, I am super excited about being here tonight. I haven't done anything with you in a long time, and so it's a joy to be here. Uh, I, I actually enjoy the work of working with couples. Um, of course, anybody that knows me knows I can't multitask. So I'm, I'm so yeah. So I stopped talking. I'm the guy who, if I'm texting, I'll talk the text. So I'll be on the phone with my wife, and she'll be like, "What you doing?" I said, "Nothing." I said, "Why you lying?" I said, "I'm not lying." And then I say, "Hold on for a second." I say, "I will call you back later." She said, "Who you talking to?" I said, "I'm talking to the text." So yeah, I'm terrible when it comes to multitasking. So everybody share it, and let's see if we can't get some people to join us tonight. So the most interesting thing that's happening in the world today is this, and in this weekend, for those who came this weekend, I really wish I could have taken Friday and Saturday, and just kind of packaged it and put it on a Sunday morning so everybody could hear the presentations, because the presentations were extraordinary. They talked about this idea of trauma, and a lot of it was about trauma in the church and trauma in the leader and all, trauma in the leader. But it was such a meaningful experience for me, because a lot of us are living in, okay, I'll speak for myself. Living in this country in this time, it's weird because I feel, maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm trapped in a really bad dream. Like, I used to watch MSNBC every day, Milton and Trina, and now I don't watch it. I don't hardly watch it because it's like a bad, like, what's going to happen? What's going to, and America ain't never really been great for us, if you really want to be honest. It ain't never really been great. It's gotten, in quotes, better. But Ray and Quinn, this country's always been tough for people of color, But now it's not even just tough. It's so the stress that is placed on us as married couples is strangely different. There are a lot of couples, not a lot, but there are some couples that are actually falling apart at the seams because they have different political views. There are couples that are struggling with finances like never before. There are couples that, and because there's such moral relativism, because the moral standard is eroding, now there's no real standard, blacks, for what should be, what does it really mean to be monogamous now? What does it really mean to be a person who is integrous in marriage, right? there are so that there's, looking at television now, just on regular TV, there are things that are such acceptable, but the people who used to be the villains are now the heroes. And so marriage is in a weird place. And then, how we are now defining marriage as no longer just man or woman, and how couples are now being redefined. And this is a different season. And so co-pastor and I spent some time in prayer, and I hope she wakes up to, can you text her to check on her? Just, okay. So one of the things we started thinking about was what should be over the next, because we'll come in 3 or 4 times a year and we'll do this, right? So what should be our focus? And so, we're going to start by talking about how to strengthen your bond. And hear me, no matter how strong you think you are, work must be done to keep your marriage close. Because the enemy will, listen, I've seen people, Connie and Gordon, I've seen people who I never thought would get a divorce. Anybody ever seen a couple you thought was inseparable and indestructible, and you looked up and you heard they were getting divorced? Because do not live in the illusion. Ain't no marriage divorce proof. Okay? I know we got these classes on divorce proof. No, because your flesh is always at war with your integrity. Are y'all here? No, seriously. And so marriage is an intentional work. And people who do it well do it with intentionality. They don't, it's not a pickup game where somebody show up Kennedy's with a basketball and say, let's play. No, Stephen says, it is work. It is investment. It is continual growth. It is the investment of yourself in another human being. It's you getting over all of your ego. All of your ego. Because you can't, Chapmans, have ego and be happily married. Because it doesn't work. Humility is the beginning trait. I don't even think love is the beginning trait anymore. Because I can love something I will not submit to. Or I can claim to love something I will not submit to. Brittany, one of the great traits of successful marriages is humility. And that's why in Ephesians 5, it talks about being like Christ. And it says, humble yourself to each other. Y'all here? And so we did this handout. And for those who are watching who are not physically here, I'm going to have them put it on our website. And I'm going to have them put it on our website. And then that way you can have access to it. So let's begin with a quote. It's one of my quotes, actually. And let's all read it together. What does it say? Okay. Do we have mics around here? Do we have a mic working? Okay. You got one. Okay. Love is not something you find. Charles and Gail, love is something, Julius and Ashley, you build. Anybody want to respond to that? What does that mean to you? Love is not something you find. Love is something you build. Anybody? Okay, all the way in the back.
Good evening, everyone. I would say that love found me.
Okay.
And I wasn't ready for it because I was in a difficult time. And when I say love found me, it was unexpected. It was something that I needed, and we built on it. We were blended families. We were both going through a divorce, but we built on what we had, what we already had, and knew that the foundation of everything was for us to be honest with each other, for us to talk things out, even if that meant a little bit of arguing, because I'm Trina sometimes. I'm not always Katrina. I hope you all understand that, right? So there's a difference. I, I'm honest, right? Y'all like that?
I love Milton's look.
Look, he knows exactly what I mean by that. But I've grown to be Katrina now, and I'm still building in the Katrina part of me. So with that, we're still building. We've been together over 20 years, and we're still building. It doesn't stop after so many years. We're still building. We're
Exactly.
going into a season where we're about to be empty nesters. We have to build on that because now it's just me and him. We have nobody else to really work. I mean, she's still gonna call us, but right. But we're still building. We're gonna be building until we die. We're still building, no matter how long you've been with someone. We all change. We evolve. And that comes with evolution, evolving. You're building every time you go from one stage of your life to the next.
Okay, very good. Anyone else? Okay, a couple more. Denise and then Gail. We'll work to the front. Okay, what does that mean to you?
To me, it means that it's something you have to work at. You have to constantly work at it. You know, you have to constantly be open to forgive and to grow. You know, and like it says love is something you build. And when I think about that, you know, it's not I can work on it today and be slight tomorrow, because no, that it's not going to last like that. And you know, you do have situations where it may get tough, but then you have to make a conscious effort to say, okay, we may be going through some struggles right now, but what do we choose to do? Do we choose to walk away, or do we choose to I don't want to say fight it out, but do we choose to fight for it? So when it say love is something you build, that's what I think about it. I'm constantly working on it, constantly, you know, because we're flawed people and we make mistakes. So we have to constantly work on respecting one another, loving one another, and asking God for guidance.
Okay, very good. Final answer, Gail?
I was going to say the thing that Denise said. We have to work on it because Charles and I, although we don't have any children together nor separate, but we're there alone. And every day we learn something different about him. We've been married for 21 years. And every day it's like we learning different things about one another. So we have to build on that. Sometimes it's not good, sometimes it is. But love comes along with time, and we, like Denise said, we have to work on it daily. That's not I'll take off this week or whatever and prolong it. No, you have to work on it when it's there, and it's every day. So when we wake up in the morning, we thank God that we woke up, and he's so different. I've been divorced twice, and you know I was a little apprehensive about marrying him at first, but then when I got into it, it was like, Lord, thank you. Thank you for answering. I didn't pray for it. I'm not going to even lie and say I did. But I prayed when he asked me to marry him. That's when I started praying and said, God, if this is for me, you know, let me grow into it. Because I had been hurt twice. And divorce is not an enjoyable situation. And when I married him, I just saw that it was happiness. Not all the time. We have our quarrels and everything, but we don't ever go to bed with it.
Sure.
We always. And so we got to work at it. Love is every day, constant learning experience.
All right, fantastic. Come on, let's put our hands together and celebrate our answers. So let's begin with this idea that at the end of the day, successful marriages, Michelle, are about people who make intentional efforts to build the relationship. Now, let me be clear. Some people pursue love in immaturity and desperate need. Some people experience love out of the consistency of who they are. So for me, the issue of finding love versus the issue of positioning yourself, whether you think you're ready or not, the idea of positioning yourself is that you maintain an openness no matter where you are in life. Okay? So, strengthening the bond of a relationship, let me give you two things, and then we'll get into the handout. And I gave you a handout because I want you to take notes. I want you to go home and engage each other. So strengthening the bond of a relationship is two things to me. And can we put our hands together for our marriage leaders, the Fosters? Thank you so much. Amen. Strengthening the bond of a relationship is two things in my estimation. The first thing is it's the courage to confront your inadequacies for the good of the marriage. Strengthening the bonds of relationship is the courage to confront your inadequacies for the future, for the sustainability, for the healthiness of the marriage. It's the confronting of your inadequacies. Trina and Katrina. I kind of meant both. I like Katrina a lot. That's the one that brings her past the banana pudding. That's Katrina. I'm waiting on her to hear God again. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time, right? But the idea that you come into this relationship with inadequacies and insecurities. You do not ever marry perfect. And you may not even marry perfect for you. You may discover they're good for you. You may wake up one day and go, wow, yeah, okay, I did good. I did okay. Right? And you may actually discover they're good for you while they may be hurting you. Yeah, I'll come get you. Because you know you're a pastor. I thought this through. Because the illusion that marriage is this. And you know, and everybody says it, but we all say it to kind of protect ourselves from the reality that I'm not imperfect. So I acknowledge I'm not imperfect. When reality is, I kind of want to be perfect. I kind of want this to be the best relationship ever, right? Because most of us didn't come to marriage unskilled. Okay, most of you, this ain't your first rodeo. You got experiences. Ooh, some of y'all acting like I ain't talking to you. You got you've been through something with somebody before you with this somebody you going through life with. Okay, right? So you're having to men in black your memory so you don't superimpose on your present what your past was. Because not all of your past was bad. Some of y'all had some pretty good times with who didn't make it. I'll let you think about that. I'll let you think that the way you went now has wiped out all your bad, because not all of your memories were bad. So you're building with somebody on a foundation that may actually not have been built singularly by the person you're with. So you're learning to love this person and manage life with this person and be committed to this person, because life in marriage is about dealing with inadequacies and insecurities. I ain't a jealous guy. I ain't a jealous guy. I'm telling on myself. I ain't no jealous guy. Anybody knows me really well. I ain't no jealous guy. But I remember one time I was going through the glove compartment in the car, and I found a number. 202-712. Johnny, I found a number. And the number didn't have no, and the little slip of paper didn't have no name on it. Okay, Quinn, I know all y'all saved, sanctified, filled, the precious Holy Ghost, but y'all remember how you used to collect numbers? Before you had a cell phone. Look at Jermaine. Before you had, come on, Johnny, before Gerard, Malcolm, before you had a cell phone, you would say, okay, you write it on this little slip of paper. And Sharon, I found a number. Now, my wife is one of the most integrous people I've ever met in my life. I know she ain't foul. But my insecurities launched 3 days of unhealthy. That's who you marry. You marry somebody who want to always be in charge. You marry somebody whose ego is so big till they want to be celebrated all the time, even when they're wrong. You marry somebody who don't always know how to let you have your way. I know you can't admit it because you're sitting next to him. You married somebody with something. Okay, look at your partner and say, I'm all in, but you can be something else. Johnny, you ain't going to help me tonight? See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You ain't going to help me tonight? No, look at them and tell them the truth. Tell them I'm all in, but you can be something else, but I'm still all in. Because a lot of times what you discover as you go is stuff you glad you didn't discover when you met them. Okay, I can't get no help here. You discover stuff on your way that you go, oh, this right here would have been a deal breaker. And I know you can't raise your hand and you can't really act. Okay, Gordon, I was trying to give you advice. I know you can't raise your hand. You can't really say, I'm talking about me or I'm talking about them. No, I know you can't. I get it. But here's the joy of healthy marriages. They don't lie to each other. I choose you in knowledge now, not in the illusion of mystery. The one night stand is mystery. You are every day. And I wake up every day and say, still you. Because I deal with the reality that I no longer need perfection to be happy with you. Because we are good at confronting our insecurities and our inadequacies. But here's the second thing that strengthens bond. It is the patience to watch someone develop in your presence. It's the ability to watch a person become something in your presence, that you do not demand them to already be something that they're working on. I give you room. I'll go back to what Katrina said. We've been together, over 20, how long y'all been together now? Over 20 years. And there is this amazing awareness in marriage, right? Ray is a coach, right? Ray is a coach, and he coaches, and you coach what, Ray? Track and field. How many potentially good athletes started out bad? A lot. How many of them didn't know how to run? They just ran. Right, a lot. They didn't understand technique. They just went to running. And you go, that ain't how you win. You don't win because you can run. You don't win because you're good at sex. No, you don't win in marriage because y'all have like 5 good minutes. No, you don't win because you can afford to go to Jamaica. No, you don't win because one of y'all or both of y'all are hard workers and you go make money and you can build an outer life. An outer life. You don't win. No, you win because you watch somebody grow in front of you. And you hang in the growth season. My wife has watched, when we first got married, within a year, Greg, or 2, Patricia, I became a consecrated bishop in the Lord's church. And then from that moment, and I remember some of you being there, and Greg and Cheryl, from that moment, I mean, my wife didn't anticipate being married to a guy who would live his life in 2 different cities every week. She was not prepared for me to become Kim and Jermaine this. She started out with the illusion of being a first lady of a church. Being co-pastor was not her choice. It was my need. And she, Sabrina and Johnny, has had to grow. And I've had to be patient, but then she's had to grow with me, and she had to watch me grow and make all of the mistakes in private that God wouldn't let you know I made in public. Because what you need is somebody who can let you privately struggle so you can publicly succeed. I'm going to cover you because I know you're struggling with this season. But guess what? I'm going to protect you because I can handle growing people. I can handle when you have a self-revelation and it's not what I married. I can handle when God starts dealing with you and God didn't give me insight about what was happening. So now I got to stand on the outside, inside, and watch God deal with you because God won't even let me in on the process. And I want to at least be consulted, but God ain't even telling me what you're going through. So I got to love you while you're confused. Okay, I ain't talking to everybody, but I'm talking to somebody. And some of you are in a really deep place because you've been together a long time and they just shifted on you. And now you got to manage him, Patricia, while God is calling him to something else. While God is calling her to something else. Building the bond really has to do with I'm going to be patient with you while you're discovering you. Ain't this making sense yet? Okay. So let's go to our handout. Let's go to our handout. Number 1. Everybody read it together. What's it say? Okay, everybody keep reading. Stop right there. Here's what everybody's got a pen and doing any writing. I want you to write. And really what I want y'all to do is not, even though you may have your own sheet, I want y'all to work from one sheet tonight. Okay? So I want y'all to work from one sheet. So one of you, need to put the sheet up, and the other one will you all will write together and whatever. But here's what I want you to put as a part of this. Put silence is also communication. silence is also communication. Sometime in what I don't say is as loud as what I just said. I got an amen from Julius. I love it. I've been preaching for 30 years and I got my amen from Julius. I can retire, right? They've been with me for 30 years, right? Watch this. Here's where some of you mistake that you're not good, you don't have a healthy communication. Because you think talking is communication. Sometimes the best, most intimate moment is silence. Anybody, because I live, Milton, I live in this other place. I got this 2-bedroom apartment in Richmond, Greg. I know you tired, man, because y'all been traveling all weekend, right? I got this 2-bedroom apartment, right? So my wife and I, Jules and Ashley, my wife and I do Malcolm and Val. We have the dating phone call rhythm. Remember when you started dating somebody, maybe it was younger, but you started dating somebody and y'all be on the phone, y'all run out of stuff to talk about, but neither one of y'all want to get off the phone? You say something? No, I ain't say nothing. You say something? I ain't say nothing. All right. And now both of you going, what the hell do we need to talk about? What can we talk about? And you sit there like, oh my God, we in trouble. We done run out of stuff to say. We don't run out of stuff. And you walk around the house and you don't even really talk. You just walk around the house. I'm going to get some water. Okay. You want something? I'm good. What you want to watch? Whatever you want to watch. What you want to eat? Whatever you want to eat. Okay, I want a burger. I don't really. Come on, Ray. I don't really want no burger. Okay, what you want? You want Chinese food? I ain't really in the mood for Chinese food either. But what you want? Whatever you want. Where you want to go? Don't matter. You going to bed now? I might. All right. You going to the bathroom? In a few minutes. And what's funny, y'all need to pay attention because I'm going to take you somewhere. What's funny is that some people think their marriage is in trouble, but they don't understand that communication can be silenced. Here's the problem. You're forcing a moment that really requires presence. But because we're not good at presence, we put weight on words. We're not good at presence. We're not good at just being together. So we have to talk, and then we force talk. And how many of you have ever forced talk into an argument? Now, I'm not talking about y'all stoic people who, how you doing? I'm good. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stability of a relationship where silence is as powerful as words. That's why, you ready? Touch is so powerful. Because touch says you can be quiet, at least as if I know you're here. So that's why for me, I'm very sensitive to body language. So while I'm preaching, I'm paying attention to your body language. See, I don't have to be a prophet. I just have to be an anthropologist. I study you. You don't think I know you? Oh, no, you done said too many times in here not for me to pick you up. I know when you frustrated. I know you frustrated with me. I know when you dealing with life. So I walk you in and say, hey, let it go. You're like, how did he know? Oh, your body said this. Why? So imagine when you're in a room with somebody that you claim to love, and watching you in silence struggle. My wife said something very powerful. And because last night we had like a family meeting with the girls. And I was trying to tell them where I am and some things that God is dealing with me about. And it was an amazing moment, because my wife said to me, she said to them, she said, we gotta help Daddy make these transitions, because I'm tired of watching him struggle to get a sermon on Saturday. Now, you stand up and you watch me and you go, oh man, but my wife is watching in my silence me struggle, because by the time I get my mind around Sunday, it's Saturday. Because all I've been doing is what I did today. A school meeting, then a staff meeting at the church, then a global meeting, then a this, then students texting me saying stuff like, I text you on Saturday and you ain't, and they sending people to tell me, hey, Dean didn't call me back. Can you tell him call me? Negro, I got to preach Sunday. Can I have Saturday? I can't have Saturday. I gotta help you get in class Saturday. So my wife is watching my frustration, because I don't want you to show up Sunday and I'm making it up, because your life hangs in the balance. Anybody feeling me? Can anybody remember the times that your spouse has been silently wrestling with stuff and they didn't tell you, so you had to discern it, and then you had to trust your marriage was strong enough, Hoppers, to manage them in silence? I don't know why the Spirit took me here, but I think the Spirit took me here because some of you are dealing with the awkwardness of feeling like you're growing apart when you're not growing apart. You just don't know how to manage silence, because the house isn't filled with a whole lot of noise right now. Because you didn't marry the most communicative person. I mean, I look at Charles. Every time I talk to Charles, hey, Charles, how you doing? Good. And then he laughs and smiles, and that's it. He just walks away. I'm like, okay, glad we had this time together, right? And reality is that for some of you, communication, you've misinterpreted communication because you don't understand the power of presence. So, for me, when we're in these moments, I don't want you to sit like there's space, because space should never exist when you have the chance to be together. Because you're away from each other enough until when you're finally with each other, you should close the gap of the enemy attempting to communicate that they don't matter to you by proximity. Okay. I will not let the devil get in my wife's head by me acting like touching her ain't a privilege. Because her physical presence is what I will miss when she dies. What you miss when people die is not just talking to them. It's you miss. Anybody ever had parents who lived who were married a good time, and the struggle they had was that they say, I sure miss him. You know what she meant? I miss him in my presence. I want to say this to everybody in this room. Don't take lightly that you got somebody next to you, because life is real different when ain't nobody next to you. Life is real different. Watch this. Okay, so communication then involves growing a bond of understanding. Okay, let me move quickly. And trust and intimacy. Let me see. Okay, a few more minutes. It involves what? How? Okay, everybody turn to your partner, ask them one question, and look them in the eye when you ask them this question. Ask them, how was your day today? Now, watch this. I want you to now ask that question looking past them. Now, go ahead. Now I want you to ask them looking down and not looking at them. Ask them, how do those three differ for you? Say it louder. I don't feel any attachment. I feel routine and obligation. I feel like it's my job so I don't look like a bad spouse. So I'm asking you, okay. Stefan, how's your day today? Anybody ever had that how's your day today and you didn't want to answer? How's your day today? You don't care. You showed no commitment to hearing me. You only did it because Charles, Denise, y'all live in the same house. So so Gerard here, how your day, bro? It's like you're dapping each other up. What's up, Negro? How you doing, bro? You all right, Negro? Good to see you, boy. Glad you came home. You ain't dudes or dudettes. Don't take away the intimacy of care by being so self-absorbed till you can't stand outside of you to invite somebody else in and give them permission to feel like you care. Okay. All right. So, keys to healthy conversation. Number one, what is it? You speak truth in love. You never say anything in animosity or hate. Number two. Okay, honesty time. Okay, honesty time. Sierra James, honesty time. Have you ever been in a conversation with one another, and you were framing your response while they were talking? Let me see your hand. Everybody that's ever been in a moment. I'm sorry, Quinn's the only one in the room. Praise God for Quinn. Okay, come on. Everybody raise your hand. How many of you have ever been listening? Let me see. Milton ain't never been. Oh, Milton been there. Johnny never been there. Oh, okay. Johnny is now going to show us how you listen without having a response already in your mind. Negro, I know you, so don't even act like that. Me and you talk, and I can hear your mouth going. You waiting on me to finish. And that's why. And so I discovered something about myself, Trina, which is not a healthy thing. It's not a healthy thing. It's not a healthy thing. I figured it out, and I finally started to discover it. It's not a healthy thing. It is sometimes I am interfering with your thought because I think my thought matters. See, some of y'all are too wonderful to tell the truth that you actually don't listen well because you are in the business of persuasion and defense. I need to talk you into how I feel. So I'm going to cut you off. Mike, I'm going to cut you off, and then I'm going to get it out because you need to hear what I got to say. Because whatever you're saying, it may be good for you, but it ain't good for us because I'm the smartest one in the room. So let me fix this. And what happens is that you find yourself eventually married to somebody who don't even want to talk to you no more because they ain't got space to finish a sentence. Don't finish my sentences. Let me finish my own. Right? And the danger is that comes from the tendency to need to defend thought or to protect thought. And when I started to understand this, when I first got married to co-pastor, and I started to understand this was this bad habit I had. It was a bad habit, Johnny. It was a bad habit. And now I'm even trying to work on it, Trina, because it's still occasionally a bad habit. But I'm working on it with my marriage because my wife should be respected enough to finish her thoughts. Am I making sense here? And sometimes the deeply spiritual folk don't know how to be quiet. Sometimes the folk that hear from God about what to eat. I was walking around the house and the Holy Ghost said, pizza. Oh, God. Pizza. But where, God? Where should we live? No, let up. Listen, healthy communication is a listener, not a reactor. Because sometimes, so now that I've gotten better at it, one of the most amazing things, Sharon, is that I've discovered that my wife actually has pretty good ideas. Like, wow, she's actually pretty smart. Whoa. I didn't know how smart she was, Sabrina, till I disciplined my thoughts, not my tongue, because my thoughts is where I'm percolating, where I'm preparing for response. Right? And it's interesting, Sierra, at the moment that you begin to discipline your ear and constrain your thoughts, your mouth is not your enemy anymore. Now your mouth partners with your heart. Because my heart is never the herder. But sometimes my thoughts in my mouth and my ear do not hear my heart. My heart is saying, John, protect her. My mouth is saying, say it. My mind is saying, you have the right to control this moment. And God says, just listen to the heart I've given you for your spouse. It will discipline your mouth. Now, if your heart is filled with anger, if your heart is filled with arrogance, then you will hurt them. But if your heart is pure for this person, if your heart is genuinely pure, Quinn, for Ray, then you will make your heart talk louder than sometimes the need for your thoughts to be heard. Because sometimes my thoughts, Gail and Charles, are not healthy. Have you ever hurt somebody you love? Anybody ever hurt this person you love? Have you ever said something that you regret? And your heart immediately felt conviction, but you could not bring in your thoughts in your mind. And it gets old when you say, this is just who I am. I can't afford you being that way no more. It's damaging me that you won't grow up, that you won't protect me. It's damaging me that you keep doing this to me. Co-pastor said, I can forgive you one time. I can forgive you 1,000 times, but I can't keep forgiving you for the same thing 1,000 times. Look at them and tell them, you matter to me. Come on, guys. Come on. Look at them and tell them, you matter to me. Come on. One more time. Look at them and tell them, you matter to me. Okay. Watch this. Okay. Watch this. Here we go. Number 2. Everybody read number 2. What does it say? Everybody read the statement about trust. What does it say? Stop. Please get this. All right? I'm almost done. Please get this tonight. Trust is what? To do what? That what? Is what? Here's what I want you to do. Take your hand or hands, face each other, and put your hands over your spouse's heart. And look them in the eye and tell them, I'm protecting your heart. Come on. You got to get this. Because where most of us fail each other, it's not that we don't buy gifts. It's that when they need me to protect their heart, I expose it. Okay, watch this. And some of you need to understand the power of what this means. Here's what this means. I know what triggers you, and I will not use it against you. When I finally discovered what triggered co-pastor. When I finally discovered what I was doing, that Connie Gordon was triggering her pain, my love for her made me change. Because I invited this woman into a world of public scrutiny. I cannot be the one that damages her privately and then expect her to be a warrior in public. I can't expect her to stand with me if I keep kicking her when we're not in public. No. So Charles, I cover her hard, even when my ego wishes it could be in charge. You want to know why, Milton? Because I am assigned not to her body. I'm assigned to her heart. So my words are framed for her. My actions are framed for her heart. When we first got married, Sabrina, I'm always in public places. You know, I'm a pastor, and there was a time we were around people, and I walked in, people walk up, hey, you know, Pastor Guns, Doc Guns, bitch, whatever. It was Doc Guns back then, Pastor Guns, and just I didn't introduce her. She was standing right here, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Hey. And I didn't introduce her. And then when we walked away, I said, man, they crazy. And she was like, are you pleased with me? What are you talking about? You didn't introduce me. I mean, we were very early in marriage, like first month. You didn't, and it wasn't by intent. And then it dawned on me, that's not my need, it's hers. So I adjust to her need, not defend my actions. Come on, stay with me. I will not defend what she says she needs, especially when it doesn't rob me. So anybody that knows me knows every time me and my wife goes anywhere, first thing I do is say, this is, and depending upon the setting, she's either co-pastor or she's my wife. You want to know why? Because her heart is more important than my position. Do you protect, and as they're growing, right? Some of you married people who were healthy when you started, and now they've gone through a challenging physical season. Do you know how to protect them? Not getting arguments with the doctor, not parade around in front of folk like you in charge. No. Do you know how to protect them while they're acting tough and in charge? You know they're scared and they're frustrated and they're tired. Do you know how to protect them? When God starts growing them and expanding their life, and you're now the beneficiary of their promotion, do you know? God, I don't know why I'm here. I hear the Spirit. Because too many people in marriage have been exposed, and the people assigned to them didn't protect them. You want to know why? It's two reasons why I ain't going to have an affair. First one is that God has shown me with very clear intent that he does not favor my life if I dishonor my wife. But here's the second reason why. Because it would destroy her. And I don't mean that she fall apart, die. No, because I've brought her to a place where she trusts again. I have sold her on my character. I have given her a reason not to check my phone. So I can leave it in the middle of the bed all night because I have worked at confidence in me with her. She can trust me, Greg Kennedy, and I've worked at it. And for me to dishonor that trust would destroy her heart. So guess what? I protect her. See, when I tell some of you, hey, hug your spouse or put your arm around them or kiss them, and you don't, you are putting them in an awkward place. Here's why. Because if everybody in the room is being intimate and you're being cold, you're saying to us, she ain't worth your time. I'm not going to do it because I ain't got to do it. Because I don't do it at home, I don't have to do it in church. You don't even understand that sometimes you have to defend your spouse's heart by your actions. Talk, John Guns. You have to protect their heart. You have to make sure that you don't come out of your mouth nasty and disrespectful. You do not put your spouse in a place where they go home and question why they married. Because you're not good at me. You're good at sex. You're good at money. You ain't good at me. You're supposed to be good at me. You're supposed to make me the one you protect. You can't protect the kids over me. You can't protect the grandkids over me. You can't protect no job over me. You can't protect no church over me. Don't you protect your bishop over me. You protect my heart because you have been given the assignment of me. I deserve to be made to feel like a strong man when you make more money. I deserve to be made to feel like a beautiful woman when there are models in the room. I am supposed to be the one that you hug on, not our daughters. You don't give our daughters more affection than you give me. That is not how this is supposed to work. You ain't supposed to celebrate the children over your spouse, because if you do this right, they leaving. And when they leave, nothing is worse than being in a house with somebody you forgot to know. I protect your heart. Because if I lose you out of a lack of stewardship, then I don't deserve another anything. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm closing with this, 7:47. Closing with this. Here we go. Wow. Here we go. Ways to build trust. This is the last thing. And then we'll come back whenever we get back together. And we'll finish this. So Foster's remind me, okay, because the way my mind works, I'll go to something else, and I need to finish this. Okay, ways to build trust. I need 3 couples to read these together. So who has the mic? All right. What couple will read number 1? Raise your hand.
We'll read one since I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Ways to build trust. Consistently express care in a word and deed.
Good. Number 2, who'll read it? Okay, Gail and Charles.
Transparency and accountability.
Good. Last one. Okay, the Corbetts. The Corbetts. There you go. Okay.
Repairing quickly after conflict.
Very good. Somebody read the scriptural insight. Who'll read the scriptural insight? You just read off the paper.
Proverbs 3:3-4. Let love and faithfulness never leave you.
Okay. So, out of these 3, what is your strength and what is your weakness? And if you're comfortable, you don't mind sharing it. So talk to each other. Out of your strength, out of these three, what is your strength and what is your weakness? Or what is your strength? Weakness may not be a good word. What is the thing you do best and what is the thing you need to keep working on? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, Charles and Denise. Okay, that's your strength. That's what you need to work on. Out of these three, what are you strong at? Very good. So transparency and accountability is what you need to work on. Good. Thank you for your honesty. Anybody else? Okay, the nobles. What is your, out of these three, what's your strength? And then what is the area that you need to keep working on? We won't call it a weakness.
We agreed that the strength is consistently express care in words and deeds.
Okay?
And what we need to work on is actually both of those, transparency and accountability and repairing quickly after conflict.
Got you. Okay, let me hear a couple more. Anybody? Okay, I see a hand. Harper's, and then I see Blacks. Okay. All right.
Repairing quickly after conflicts and transparent and accountability.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay.
They consistently express care in words and deeds, and repairing quickly after conflict needs to be worked.
Needs to be worked on. Okay. So, Kim and Irving, make a note that we're going to put some time in on teaching transparency and accountability, and then managing conflict. Not so much managing conflict, but repairing quickly after conflict. Okay, you got it? That's what we'll work on. We'll work on it together. Thanks, Elder. So, let me close with a couple of things here. First of all, I am encouraged that many of you said consistency in expressing care in word and deed. That's really the foundation for transparency and accountability. And that's really how you repair quickly after conflict. I can proudly say, and this is not public posturing, Johnny and Sabrina. I can proudly say, Val and Malcolm, that co-pastor and I have gotten to a season in our life, Michelle, where we respond quickly to conflict in a way that now, Sharon, we don't even, in most things, we don't even have a conversation about. It just kind of is what it is. We keep moving, right? But we don't keep moving, avoiding it. We keep moving because the resolution is that we do not let it damage the evening. Okay, all right, you'll get it. So what happens, Milton and Trina, is that we have learned that the things that used to trigger arguments, ready, Quinn and Ray, was that we didn't understand it wasn't a big deal. like Greg, in fact, it wasn't a big deal. How did that become such a big deal? Anybody ever had a stupid argument? No, look, how many of y'all ever had a stupid argument? Let me see your hands. A stupid argument. And when you are in the middle of it, something you go, this is stupid, but I'm too deep in. Anybody ever been too deep in? You should have took that plea agreement. But no, you want to go to court. Right? You too deep in. You too deep in. Jermaine, you too deep in. You done been in at 30 minutes now. And it's and how many of y'all are competitive discussers? Let me see everybody that's a competitive discusser. That once you get in it, you start going, okay, I got to come back for that one. Okay. Oh, you think you got evidence. Okay, well, let me help you. Or you say, you know what, I'm good with this, and you go away, and then you come back 30 minutes later. But let me tell you, why? Because they had you. Come on, brothers. They got you on that one, and you wasn't quick enough to respond, so you had to go away 30 minutes, go outside, take a smoke break, come back and get it together. Because I'm sick of her. I'm tired of her always telling me, what? God dog it. Thank you, Holy Ghost. Let me tell you something, Kim Foster. And you know you in a good argument when you call them by their last name. Milton Williams, let me tell you something. You're like, God darn, she done called me. One time my wife and I had a marital conversation, and she said, John Eric Guns. I said, Frank Guns. And when he called me John Eric Guns, a belt came with it. We're not doing that, right? But what happens is that so that's a good thing. But what happens is the reason why you don't repair quickly is winning is how you measure your position in the marriage. I'm done because some of y'all look bored, but I'm having more fun than y'all are. But, man, let me tell y'all something. And anybody, that's ever sat with us have heard us say this. Who cares who wins the argument when it's only two people in the room? Who's keeping score? I mean, like, let's go back and check your 20-something, 30-something, 40-something years together. Who won the most arguments? You ain't got no scorecard. Kennedy's, do you have a scorecard? Ashley pointed at herself. Cookie said, I won. And Julie said, I don't care. Right? Okay, you won. Good for you. Hey, you won. No, think about it. Too many people have entered into not divorce, separation in the house because they're so busy outthinking each other. Okay, so you won. What did you get for it? Is there a trophy for most arguments won in a marriage? Are you in the Hall of Fame? You in the Argument Hall of Fame because you won all the arguments in your marriage. Here's what you lost: a friend. You lost a friend because y'all ain't friends no more. Y'all fight too much. Y'all ain't friends. Y'all can't even hang out. Y'all can't even go and just sit at a restaurant table and talk about everybody in the restaurant and laugh. And folk think y'all crazy. And y'all just laughing. And people looking at y'all. And y'all, if you see what we see, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose sitting in church and something stupid happened. And Irvin looked back at Kim like, did you just see? Did he just try to climb over a table? He gonna be limping when this service is over. Talk about he in the spirit, Lord child. But the whole time, preach! Oh, he killing himself. Look at him. Them dudes can't lift him. Oh, God. He done lost 5 pounds and he think people can lift him, right? I seen the look like, okay, well, he'll be in the emergency room tomorrow, right? No, listen, I'm done. And here it is. And then you share your heart. Okay, last transparent moment. This is my transparent moment. This Friday I hit the proverbial wall. Blacks, I hit the wall, man. I was ready. I was done. I hit the wall, right? And Friday night, I'm trying to remember. I was here Friday night, and I left her at the house with the grandkids. And we had guests who spoke here, and we brought them to the house. And my wife came out with us, and we sat outside. And then when everybody left, and we were by ourselves upstairs in our bedroom, I said, can I tell you honestly where I am? She said, yes. And I began to share with her my thoughts about where I was. And then she did something. She's done it before, but this time it was different. She walked up to me. She put her hand on me. She said, whatever you got to walk away from, we'll still eat. Because I'm protecting you. Whatever you done with. Because if I lose you and you the dean, who cares if that's in your obituary? She said, so tell me what you need from me. Since you told me the truth, now I tell you the truth. you will never drown as long as you're with me. The strength of marriage is I can go, and this is going to sound real crazy, but how many marriages would have survived if the spouse could have said, I am emotionally hurting and starving, and there's this person at my job that's flirting with me, and I don't want them, but they're giving me the attention you want. Can you please come save me? We can't. And I know something like, nah, you ain't got no business. No, you don't understand. I just told you I'm vulnerable, and you want to judge me. I told my wife when we first got started, I said, you can do two things. You can tell me what I need to do better, but don't ever judge me. Don't use judgment as punishment. Because the moment you judge me, you have now said that my growth is not worth your attention. So protect me. Give me space to tell you the truth. Don't run because I'm a man. Fight because you're a woman. There was a pastor and his wife, well-known pastor, and they were going through some stuff, and there was a woman who was pursuing him, and she knew it, and she walked up to the woman in church one Sunday. She said, baby, listen, I love you. You can stay a member. But whatever you think, even if you think, he will be my husband when he breathes his last breath, because you will not have permission to take from me what God gave to me. And she walked away. Okay, I'm done. Thank y'all for coming. I'm really surprised. I'm encouraged so many came tonight, because I thought it was going to rain, and, we Baptists. We Baptists. We act Pentecostal, but we Baptists. Okay. Take your spouse by the hand. I want you to say three things, and then we're going to close by you praying for each other. First thing, I want you to look them in the eye and tell them, of all the gifts I have, you're the best one God ever gave me. Now, let that sit. Here's the second thing I'm going to say. Look them in the eye and tell them, you're worth growing with. I got you. Here's the last thing. Look them in the eye and tell them, God has created you to be extraordinary and amazing. And I'm so glad I got the best seat in the house. I am so glad I got the best seat. Now pray for each other. God, I'm going to make the declaration that every couple that came tonight is all in about their marriage, that they're so committed to it, that they're so focused on doing the right things, that they're serious about their spouse, that they care deeply about who this person is, whose hand they're holding. I thank you, God, that though some of us, all of us have made mistakes in marriage, whatever those mistakes may be, that we're still together. So now, God, I recommit to this person. I recommit to their heart protection. I discipline my words. I I constrain my ego. I bring my fleshly desires under authority, and I protect them. Because God, here's what I know. I don't get to go any further if I go without them. So forgive me for the times that I did life my way. Forgive me for the times that I forgot that this gift is the hand I'm holding. Forgive me for the arguments I started, but more importantly, forgive me for the arguments I didn't stop. I choose them, God, and I thank you that I get to live life with them. Now unto him who's able to keep you, and to protect you and to guard you, may the favor of God, may the open heaven be yours. May your house be filled with sunshine even when it's raining. May it be filled with laughter even when there's grieving. And when we come to the end of our journey, may the hand I'm holding be the last hand I hold. And when one of us is on our way out, give us the opportunity to look them in the eye and say, I'm so glad I got to do it with you. In Jesus' name. Now hug each other real tight. Yeah, that's the hug when you make noise. And tell them how much you love them. All right. We'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. Fosters, thank you for your leadership. Amen. We love you. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. Refreshments in the back. What's the refreshments? Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Y'all know I'm funny acting. Love y'all. Thank you, Gail. No, I'm good. I got to go home.